We're looking at logging a certificate here. So if you come in your home page, so once you log in, home page, we're going to record a certificate. So this is a qualification with an expiry date. Now this can be done here in the home screen, or we can do this in the log section here, where you go new and new compliance certificate. Let's go back to the home screen. So we're going to go certificate here. And what we're going to look at today is you can fill this out just like a log. Okay, the only difference is rather than evidence, the certificate at the end is what you upload, and the certificate has an expiry date. But let's go through doing something a little different. We're going to look at filling from a template. So a lot of the certifications as a teacher are pretty standard. So I've clicked on these here, our official templates. These are templates of certifications that you might have to do as a teacher. And let's go to the first aid course. And we notice when you select the template that a lot of the fields have filled in already. So if I go to the description, so we've already filled in part of what we need here. Now, with a certification like first aid, you don't necessarily need to claim any hours or anything on it. You might be just uploading this so you know when your qualification expires. But I'm going to do it as a PL because the first aid course, usually if you do the face-to-face one, takes 4 to 6 hours. Now, the TRB encourages you to reflect on this. The sections that are pre-filled, you can edit them as you see fit. So I've already typed this in a Word document to the side. I'm going to put my reflection in here. So as a teacher completing this legal requirement, it enhanced my understanding of practical safety procedures and reinforced the importance of preparedness in the school environment. So I've put that in there. Now, I did this in September of this year. So I've got that date already selected. You can change that date. Now, remember, just like with an evidence, we can have it over a window of time, like the 8th to the 10th here, or we can have it over just a day. Okay, so I'm going to select just a day. I'm going to pretend we always do PL on a Tuesday, so I've got that there. Now, this was 4 hours worth of professional learning, so I've upped the duration to 4 hours. And I go into the description. The description is already filled out, and you'll notice here that the exemplar has these standards selected. So ensure student well-being and safety within a school, implementing. So that lines up with our first aid certificate. We've got participate in learning and update knowledge and practice targeted to professional needs and school and or systems or priorities. So we're looking realistically, the professional learning and a first aid certificate lines up with our camps, and then comply with legislative, administrative and organisational requirements of a school. First aid hits that perfectly. Now, the template I followed, I've written this template out myself, so it's got my what, so what, and the now what here you'll notice is left blank. That is because it's meant to be your reflection on what happened, so I'm going to put mine in here. So I copy that in and I paste it, and having completed this training, I will continue to stay informed about workplace health and safety practices and refresh my first aid knowledge regularly. And that we know that that's every 3 years for first aid and every year for CPR. Now we come to the certificate. So I'm just going to choose a PDF here. I've called it dummy certificate, so it's not my actual certificate. Okay, and I'm going to select a date. If I did it on the 18th, I think I picked the 9th of September or something like that. What did I pick? The 9th of September. Okay, so my expiry date for the first aid component of this would be the 9th of September, but it won't be 2025. It'll be 2028, September 9th. And we've got that certification there. So that's going to give me a heads up on that expiry date. Now I'm going to click this and click publish. Okay, now we did the 9th of September, so I've done a few PLs since then, but we'll see here, first aid course, 9th of September, it's appeared here. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we're going to go back here. So we're back here. Okay, now in your home screen, the certificate expiry alert here is designed that if you log your certificates here, they're going to come up and they're going to tell you if in 90 days you have a certificate upcoming, this here will give you that notification that you need to renew that certificate. Okay, if you've got all your certificates logged in and you've got nothing popping up here, it means everything is valid there. All right, thanks guys.